Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Today, my guest star is Julie, and her channel is Julie. How do you say your last name?
Chaffe-Mazza.
Chaffe.
So when I do my video, I say, "Hello, my name is Julie Chaffe-Mazza. Welcome to my channel."
But no, it's like I want to say Chaffe-Mazza.
I get that a lot. I'm okay with any pronunciation because Chaffees throughout the United States pronounce it differently, and Mazzas throughout the United States pronounce it differently. I was not born with this name. I was in divorce court. Chaffee's my maiden name. Mazza was the married name. And the rotten judge was late for a golf game. And when you go into divorce court, they list your maiden name hyphen married name, and you're asked to pick one. He forgot, so he legally changed my last name. That was the worst year of my life because I had to go back through and change all my documents, my certifications, my license, update my social security number. I didn't get a tax return until December. Oh.
But yet, even like whenever I know how something's said, but by the time I go do a video, I can't remember how to say it right.
I'm terrible with names, so I am absolutely forgiving. I'm never offended because I myself am the worst offender. I can't remember a name. I pronounce them wrong.
I know I'm bad at pronouncing names. Let's see, we have Angela and Kelly here. Hi, y'all. How are y'all doing today? And okay, Amanda. I'm not used to seeing Amanda's name like that yet.
Amanda, okay.
Amanda just started her YouTube channel.
Oh, congratulations, Amanda. Hello, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Kelly. Yeah, I would get it wrong.
Yeah, Kelly says most people get hers wrong. Like I would say minier, but I bet you it's wrong. Oh, hi, Mary. How are you
Menair.
doing? And Kay. And while I have you here, Mary, give me 1 second, and I'm going to add you as a moderator. So you want to go ahead and tell everybody about yourself and your channel, Julie?
Okay. My name is Julie Chaffe-Mazza, and I was originally born and raised in Wisconsin on a farm, so I'm a Midwest farmer's daughter. I've lived in different places in the U.S. Growing up on the farm, I'm 57 years old, and so there's a lot of things that we didn't have then that you do now, and my mom was the one who taught me to knit and crochet. Our choices were basically Red Heart. And along with the seed catalog, to get a catalog from Hirschner's or Mary Maxim was an exciting time to look at the yarn. I've been in Ohio now for about 10 years. And I had started going on YouTube about 6-7 years ago. One of the first people I started following was Crystal Lambegaday. And I'd always thought about having a YouTube channel to stay connected with friends and family. And then I had a series of incidents medically with hernias and got sidelined. But then several people said, "Come on, Julie, make that first video." I'm like, "Okay." So my very first video, I was a horrible nervous wreck. I went out on a limb. I didn't do an unboxing. I had a change in medication, and so I had 14 inches of hair. And I didn't want to have the hair cut and just thrown away because the medicine messed it up. And so I donated my hair to Wigs for Kids, and they don't charge the kids for the wigs at all. And excellent program. You can check out that video. I have the information if you want to donate, or they take cash as well. So I was very nervous about doing that video because it was such a radical change in my appearance. People were used to seeing me one way, and all of a sudden, boom, short hair. So basically on my videos, I do unboxings. Let's see. Different yarn unboxings. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then I go live on Sunday mornings at 8 o'clock Eastern time. That's when I do my lives. And that's the only live that I do. And it kind of keeps me busy. So
Let's see, we have Hold on a minute. I'm losing my place in the chat. We have Ivy, Andrea, and Michelle here, and also
Hey,
Kate.
Granny Square.
I don't
Sorry
know if
about
I
that, guy.
said.
Hey, Granny Square. Granny Square and I always sit in the corner together. So now she's in the corner by herself. We have coffee and cookies.
Yes, hi everybody. How are y'all today? And what is everyone currently working on?
And Nana Michelle lives in Ohio too. We had some storms come through. We had that wind. I was kind of nervous about that. And then we got the rain, but not as much as I thought. Frenchie! Hello, Frenchie, Frenchie, Frenchie.
Hi Frenchie. Hi Mel. Hi Brenda. How are y'all? Yeah, the weather's been kind of acting up here too. So
I
so
had
in
to
the
phone
event
home
that
today.
in the event like I would disappear is probably because the power went out. But it seems to be calm right now. So
We're in a
hopefully.
calm spot now. I was it Granny D's live, and I had to stop everything and pick up the phone and phone home. My family had tornadoes around them, so I called, and my dad had heard the phone ring, and he went outside because he seen it was me, and he knew it was a storm coming. And about 2 miles away, he was able to look up and see the tornado forming. And my brother drove home, and it turned out it was alongside of him, which he didn't see, but it was a close call. So,
And let's see, Julie's here too. Hi, Julie. Another Julie.
hello.
And
When I
Amanda.
went to school, there were a lot of Julies, and it's like, and then they thought, well, we'll just use middle names. Everyone was named Julianne. So, Julie Ann. How are we going to do this? So, I got used to last name for a long time.
And Amanda saying she has like 4 whips going on right now. And Michelle is.
Go ahead.
Michelle's working on a bottle-on shawl, and it's been raining on and off there. Mary's still working on her bottle-on sweater. And let's see. Nonnie Mae's here. Hi, Nonnie Mae. How are you today?
Hi, Nonnie. Woo, Nonnie. Nonnie made me a hook. Now I can't find it. Here it is. She made me a polymer. I've been using this a lot.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
I have been. And then I got to introduce you. It's not a live show without my friend Bobby. Bobby, the blue-footed booby bird.
Oh,
thank you, Nonnie Mae. He makes a lot of appearances.
So cute.
Nonnie Mae and I were in a live, and she was at that time just that hook was just a flying, making all those birds, and she goes, "What kind of bird you want?" And I thought for a second. She says, "No, really, I am serious. I will crochet you any bird you want." And my favorite from childhood was the blue-footed booby bird, because it's the only time you could say booby and giggle and not get in trouble. So she said, "I never heard of it." I said, Google the booby bird. And everybody's laughing and laughing. She comes back and goes, "Oh, Lord, I'm going to do this." And she did. She did a phenomenal, excellent job on him. But I have him in a lot of lives because I'm just so proud to have him. He's one of a kind.
And let's see, Amanda's saying, I have the lightweight blanket on my 120 peg Cindy Wood loom. I had on a small gauge KB loom, an 8x8 square on another loom, and a scarf or shawl on another loom. I think I have ADD laughing out loud.
No, you've got Yarny Project Syndrome. YPS. Why am I doing? Never mind. Yeah. YPS, Yarny Project Syndrome. You just want to do them all.
I get it whenever, like with me, it's more while I'm knitting or crocheting, I get distracted easily. So I could be sitting down like crocheting or knitting for like 2 hours, but only actually did anything for like 30 minutes.
That or another Crystal Bagaday will post another video. Well, you know you got to open tabs, whether it be for a yarn or a project. You know you're opening tabs. I'm like, oh my gosh. I got several going now. Well, I got I still don't have my cardigan sleeves sewn on. I still don't have my bod sweater sewn up together. But I got a bod hat and bod slippers, and I'm working on the bod scarf for my bod along. So
Awesome. Frenchie says she's still working on her cardigan.
I seen that, Frenchie. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, they never give you a full screen, so I only get to see like 3 stitches. Next time, I want to see the whole thing. It looks divine. It looks great.
And Andrea's working on a scrap huge granny square. And
Yes, she is.
And Amanda says there's going to be some appearances by the Beg Brigade 3 in her videos.
Ooh.
And let's see. Oh, and Maribel's here. Hi, Maribel.
Oh, Granny Square explained ADD. Add another row, add another project, add another yarn haul. Yes. And my understanding is there's no cure for that, is there?
And Cynthia's here. Hi, Cynthia. How are you today? Yes. It seems like everyone's doing bod patterns right now for that bod.
Yeah, they have with that bod along. I mean, it just piqued everybody's interest, and it just timing was perfect, and it clicked. Yeah, Noni, you'd never show anybody bod videos and say, "I'll make you what you like." No, you learned your lesson, didn't you, Noni?
But Crystal has so many gorgeous patterns.
7 years of gorgeous patterns. The scarf I'm working on goes 5 years back, I believe. Yeah, 6 years back. It goes 6 years back. It was on. I went through my dream list. You ever watch videos and tutorials, patterns, and then you click the save video because you want to save it for later? And this is one of my first. This was in my first stash. I'll show you real quick. I just love the way this wraps.
That's pretty.
I know it's blaze orange, but I love the way that wraps. I'm doing blaze orange for hunting season, so okay.
I know. Bod, she is so talented.
Yeah.
Okay,
very skilled, very talented.
So you want to go ahead and ask the first question, Julie?
Yes, I will. The first question: what would be your reaction if you saw a ghost? Well, actually, that happened to me. I was in the other house, and I was sitting on the couch, and I had been crocheting, and my son, who was maybe 8 at the time, no, let me think, 10 at the time, had complained that something was messing with his video game upstairs, so he came downstairs, laid on the couch beside me. And John was in the upper part in the bed sleeping. And I heard noise behind me. So I looked, and I could hear someone coming down the steps. And this little boy's face peeked around the corner and was looking at my son. And it just kind of, and then I looked, and I was like, it is past your bedtime. You get upstairs, go to bed. No more video games. And I could hear the steps going up. And I was like, oh. So my son woke up. Mom, who are you talking to? I said, the ghost boy. Well, I'd have told you, but I didn't think you'd believe me. He won't stop playing video games. He keeps killing me on the game. So I said, a ghost is better than you at video games. But that was my first time I'd actually seen where I could see the little boy's face and the wisp of hair. I mean, he was like, you ever see those mirrors that have the white stencil on them? That's kind of what he looked like.
Let's see. Jody's here. Hi, Jody. How are you today? For me, I'd probably pee my pants if I actually saw a ghost. But I'd probably like freeze up and like kind of panic.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I dropped my hook and, that reaction. And then I kind of caught myself. And because you hear so much stuff, if you see a ghost of a child, it's actually a demon, all this stuff. But I just felt this calmness, and I felt this maternal, hey, you need to be in bed. I didn't feel terrified or scared. So I
And
just kind of went with my feeling.
that's the thing, like, now, it, I've always kind of wanted to experience a ghost, seeing a ghost. But if I did, I sure hope it's a friendly one.
Yeah,
I
that's the
don't want
only
any of
ghost
those
I've
evil
physically
ones
seen.
come.
I have been touched a couple times. A couple times. I had one follow me to my sister's house, and
But I
it's
know
hard to get them to go back.
they say
There's
like
a
some people are more susceptible to like experiencing them than other people.
yes. When we go to a place in Wisconsin, Walk, we call it Spook Hill, but it's actually a spiritual retreat, and they do the psychic readings. And when I was a child, my grandmother and my mother went up, and the psychic came out and put her hand on me and told me about meditation, and because I had the gift, and that I would not have a good life if I didn't block it out. So I spent all that time blocking it out. But as I got older, I realized I was more sensitive to things. When I was working in the nursing home, I could feel a presence in the room. I knew when people were going to pass away before they did, before they even started declining. I could feel. And then I realized, okay, I could see where that as a teenager would probably drive me crazy. But I can go up to people, and I can walk by somebody and I suddenly stop and I turn because they need someone. I feel it. I can't explain it. I think they call me a sensitive. I think that's the term that they use. And I will sit beside a perfect stranger on a bench and just start talking to them, reach out and hold their hand. And it's like I've known them all my life. It's strange how that works.
I know whenever I worked at the hospital, I would hear stories about how some people would experience seeing a ghost, like whenever a patient passed away. But I never had,
Hospitals are tough to work at.
but I never had any experience. The only thing that may have been, but in my mind, I'm like, there has to be an explanation for it. But one time a call bell went off in a patient's room where there was no patient in that room, and there was no reason that call bell should have gone off.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like,
Cynthia, you're right. That can be a curse at times because people that have a lot of emotional pain, and if I feel that and don't put that wall up, I feel their pain, and it just like takes the energy out of me. All of a sudden I'm down, and it's hard to keep that separate. So there's times I got to pull myself out of a situation to save my own self. It seems harsh, but I haven't learned to like really control it. I never had the training for that. So, and Nana, yeah, I've been in houses after someone's passed, like when my mom passed last year. Um, my sister and I both seen. Oh, actually, that's the second time I seen the ghost. My grandfather, her dad, we seen him out by the clothesline and then up by the deck. I didn't say anything to my sister. I wrote it down, the day and the time, and an hour later she goes outside, and my dad said no way, and my dad had the envelope. I gave it to him. I said, don't open it unless Mary says something. And then he said, wait a minute. He went upstairs, got the envelope, came down and said, Julie told me not to open it unless you said something. And he opened it, and I had the same description of clothing that my sister did. Spooky, huh?
Kelly
Yeah.
saying, I have seen several. I just say hello. Yeah,
Yep.
be like,
keep
hi,
it friendly.
how you doing? And then if they responded back, what would you do? Would you be like, whoa? Oh no. Cindy with Pups and Crochets at urgent care with hip pain.
Oh no.
Poor Cindy. And I was talking to her earlier today, and she didn't mention anything. But I'm gonna send her a message after I finish my live.
Yeah. I get that hip. It's like a ball of pain, and it gets. I have degenerative discs. My top 5 in my neck are degenerative. L5, S1. That's where like the sciatic nerve goes, and then down towards my tailbone. And as I get the pain in my tailbone, it just seems like it gravitates towards the back and into that ball socket of my left hip. Oh man, it is like a burning, horrible pain. It hurts worse than other parts of my body. And it affects everything. You can't sit, you can't stand, you can't lay. It's like, ugh.
But
And my
like,
cat Karma knows. He'll take his paws and he starts doing this. I'm like, okay.
but
So
like
cats know.
yesterday, my brother had a minor heart attack.
Oh my gosh. Is he gonna be
He,
okay?
yeah, everything seems to be fine now. It seems like once they got him in the ambulance, they got it under control there. Like he hasn't had any other issues since. And like
Mm.
he had two blockages that was causing it to block off a main artery, and they put
Wow.
stents in.
Okay.
So, and he should be going home Thursday. So,
Well, we'll keep praying for him. Angela, be safe, okay? If you have to get off the devices, wait till the lightning passes. We'll still be here because I don't know if Connie knows, but I'm a little long-winded and I'm a chatterbox. Don't tell Connie. Don't tell
yeah,
Connie.
have a good day, Angela.
She'll be back.
Andrea says that she would ask if the ghost could tell her where the buried treasure is.
Okay. I forgot the name. Is it Amanda for Beg Brigade?
Yeah.
Amanda. I got it.
That moment. That's Amanda.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Amanda. That would sound like more of being psychic ability, and that can drive a person crazy too. A lot of times people with psychic abilities are told it's the work of the devil, they're evil. No. God doesn't make mistakes. So it's a lot of caretakers have that ability. They're empaths, sensitives, psychics, and they use those abilities to help them so that if someone's going to be in medical crisis or need something, then they know about it ahead of time so that they can prepare themselves to be stronger, and then they can be there to be supportive of the patient, resident, or their families. So that's kind of that's the way I see it. It's God's way of handpicking special people to be the caretakers and to help out. So it takes a special person.
Yeah, Amanda saying that she experienced one that would move the pans around on top of the stove when she was cooking. That had to be interesting.
Yeah, so Amanda, with God taking those dreams away, yeah. See, that's I believe.
And Michelle says, I've never seen a ghost, but I heard them at my grandma's house after her mom passed, moving around above us.
Hey, Zach, you have to go to the corner. And if you can't find the corner, make one. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is that, like, I don't know, like, ghosts fascinate me.
Oh, yeah, I'm fascinated with that whole paranormal thing myself.
Ghost
My sister and I went to a bar in Baraboo. It's a haunted bar. They're known for it. They have ghost tours. And a lot of the ghosts there like to be interactive because they're at a bar scene, they're partying. Just because you're dead doesn't mean you can't belly up to the bar, right? So my sister and I were there, and we had, we could feel a couple things. Well, we get home. Now, my sister has this humongous dog. I forgot what it's called now. But, I mean, I'm 5 foot, and the back comes up over my waist. And I was standing there talking to my sister, and I felt this push on my back right, butt cheek. And I put my hand back because that's what Jasper does. He'll lean into me. He knows I'm afraid. I'm scared to death of big dogs. So he tries to pet me to calm me down. So I'll rub his belly. And I did it like the third time. My sister's like, Julie, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And I said, Jasper. And I turned, and Jasper wasn't there. He was up on the porch laying down. And then as I was standing there, my shoulder went forward. And I said, I'm being touched. And my sister said, okay, they told me how to handle this. His name was Cowboy. She actually had to make him get into the vehicle. You have to take a can of beer. You have to put it in the console, not open it. Make him get in your vehicle and drive him back to the bar. and you take the can of beer in because that's what he attaches to, and you set it on the bar, and then they take him back, and then you can take your beer back. He's got a reputation. I'm like, really, really, really? Wow. Okay. He doesn't go with people too often, but when he does, there's a ritual to. It's like he grabbed my butt.
That's funny.
My claim to fame, a ghost grabbed my butt.
I see Zach and Jeannie are here. How are y'all doing today? And Andrea says, I have had dreams and then mentioned as it was happening in real life.
Wow.
And Mel says, I can see them ever since I was small. And they do seem like they latch on to children.
The mind doesn't have as much static in children. As you get older, your brain gets filled with static. And so you don't see them as much, where children have this pure innocence. So they can, children and animals.
And that's kind of I've never really believed in reincarnation, but I did watch some videos on Kendall Ray's YouTube channel where she talked about people that supposedly had reincarnation experiences. And it was actually fascinating. And it usually it's usually when they're young, they have these memories, and as they get older, it disappears. But these children seem to know things that they had no way of knowing. And it's just certain things. It's like, how do you explain?
Yeah, I don't know if I, 100% believe or not, but I have that door open as the possibility. I haven't shut that door and said no. So, Zach, don't be difficult. If you don't want to go to a corner, then you're going to have to make one. Oh, hello, Tracy, Maribel, Jeannie, Mary, Cynthia. A lot of these names I recognize. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I miss Tracy. Hi, Tracy. How are you today?
I didn't think you said Tracy, so. Well, how about your question?
Let's see. Let me finish reading Cynthia's comment.
Okay.
She says, my aunt is that way. She feels others' stress and pain, and it can take a toll on her. Let's see. Let me glance over the comments real quick to see if there's anything that needs to be addressed. Because I'm sorry, I can't keep up with all the comments today.
Oh, Mel wrote, I used to dream like I'm fighting with spirits, and in my dream they would scratch me or hit me, and I'd wake up with scars or marks on my body. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Debbie. How are you today? And let's see. The next question is, do you want to have a cat as a companion, or do you want to be a cat instead? I do want to know what it would be like to be a cat. I think it would be fascinating. Find out why they're so curious with outside and watching birds and and why they choose to ignore their owners sometimes, and why they get their little moody spells, and then when they get real lovable. I just want to know what they would be thinking. How about you, Julie?
No, I wouldn't want to be the cat. I'd be the first one with the worms and hairballs. I'm an idiot out in the wild. I wouldn't make it. The first mouse would take me out. I mean, I'd rather be the human.
I just want to know.
I'm not saying I'm having bad luck, but
I want to know what was going on in their little heads.
I'd end up with fleas or something. No. No. I can't drink coffee. Oh, Lord, I can't drink coffee. I mean, why be a cat? What a waste of 9 lives. Oh.
Jeannie says, well, Connie, we already have cats in a sense. We ignore our spouses sometimes.
Yeah.
That's like, most of the time, whenever like I tell Frank something, he's not listening. He does not listen, but I can't talk. There's times I don't listen to.
And they like treats too. So, hey, there you go.
No, so she'd rather have a cat.
Yeah, I'd rather have the cat.
Let's see. You want to say hi? Say hi. There she goes.
Karma's outside.
She doesn't like being picked up.
It depends with Karma. It depends with him. And if he lays there and, you know, the invitation, rub my belly, don't do that with Karma. He is faster on a blood draw than a lab tech at end of shift. I'm telling you. All right.
But she is laying down right by me. I'm petting her. That's my fur baby.
Goodness.
That's my fur baby for you.
Actually, Karma's my grand fur baby, but.
And Sophie, she loves laying on my back. That's like her thing whenever I'm sleeping.
Karma, he gets up about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and if he can't get John up, he comes up steps, and then he jumps on the bed, walks all over me, and I ignore him. But then he takes his paw and he hits me on the CPAP, you know, tap, 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 tap. It's like, quit. Then he headbutts.
You want to go ahead and ask the next question?
Sure. What has been the longest plane trip you've ever taken? I've only flown, well, wait a minute. I've flown twice, actually. I was a teenager, buzzed around the farm. But the longest plane trip I took was last year. I was coming back from Wisconsin, and I flew from Madison to Akron-Canton Airport. So it was 1 hour from Madison to Chicago and about a 45-minute layover, and then 1 hour from Chicago to Akron-Canton. I couldn't believe I was home that quickly. I think I'd rather fly than drive. I don't travel so well, so that was, and I was in first class, so that's probably a big difference there too. But I'd say about 2 hours in the air.
For me, it was either 32 or 34 hours to Diego Garcia.
Wow.
And then on the way there, one of the engines backfired. And supposedly, like, some people saw the flames shoot out. I'm so glad I didn't see that. And like,
Wow.
I really wish they wouldn't have said anything, because
Yeah.
like, you know, we went to our next layover, and they checked everything out, and like going back on the plane, it was like I could not sleep. So
Wow.
I get to Diego Garcia, and of course, like, I think it's like about a 12-hour time difference. So I mean, I was so jet lagged.
Wow.
But yeah,
Well, that's a trip.
let's see. Debbie says she's never flown anywhere. And let's see. Tammy's here. Hi, Tammy. How are you? And she says Cleveland to Mexico.
That's ways. Hey, Nana. 5 minutes from Akron-Canton. I actually live on the other side of Tusk. So if you come down the highway towards Canton, you'd get off at Tusk. I live on the other side of Tusk. So not that far. But yeah, I'm not that far from Michelle's family.
And Mary says Boston to San Francisco about 21 years ago.
Wow.
And Cynthia says Hawaii or Anchorage, Alaska from Indiana. I don't know which is further. Ooh, I'd love to go to Hawaii.
Wow.
Hawaii just sounds like it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Hi,
The
Kelly.
last
Welcome back.
the last question we asked Kelly was what was the longest plane trip you've ever taken? And Tracy saying 2 hours Orlando to St. Louis. Yeah. Now my first time on a plane was going to boot camp, going to Orlando, Florida. And then like the pressure in my ears, like for like a few days afterwards, I could hardly hear.
Wow.
It was like I remember going to medical and I'm like telling them it's like I'm having trouble hearing. They're like, well, if it don't clear up in a few days, come back, which it did clear up.
That's good that it
Amanda
cleared up.
Amanda says Shreveport to Newark, New Jersey. Mary says she was in third grade on her way to Disney. Yeah, Disney's a blast. Disney is a lot of fun. Oh, I want to let everyone know, if y'all don't already know about my 700 subscriber giveaway, I'm offering a $20 gift card. So make sure y'all go check that giveaway out. And oh yeah, Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, this Sunday, the Five Yarnaholics are going to be going live on Crystal's channel. The Crystal, Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady. That's the name of her channel. And it's going to be me, Crystal, Lisa with Coping with Yarn, Cindy with Pups and Crochet, and Stephanie with Life in Stitches. So I hope y'all can join that live. Oops, I hit the wrong one. Cynthia says, I have had some horrific ear pain on some flights. Doctor said to take a sinus pill before flying. I've never heard that. I always heard the chew gum thing.
Before I flew, I've got a lot of medical issues, so I had to take Dramamine, my anti-nauseous medication, and I did take a sinus pill before I flew.
Yeah,
And I didn't have a problem, so I was good.
now, when Frank was a truck driver, the first time I got on the rig with him, oh, I just felt so nauseated. And like I was kind of worried, am I going to be able to stay on the rig? And we were just about to get some of the Dramamine, and it finally stopped. And Kelly says, I've only been on one plane from Indiana to Boston, and we got in a storm and threw us out of our seat. Ooh, that's scary. Knocked stuff over, terrifying. I bet.
Yeah, that would be a flight from Hades.
I know too. Whenever I was stationed in Diego Garcia, my roommate said whenever she rode the plane coming to Diego Garcia, that it had to do a belly flop landing.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, the last time I rode on a plane, it may have been coming back from Diego Garcia. Well, I don't know. I think I did take a plane coming home whenever I got out of the military. But like, yeah, that's like the last time I've been on a plane.
Now, you were in the Navy?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you serve stateside? Were you on ship deployed?
I was just on land.
Okay. My son was in the Navy, and he served stateside. He actually served at Bethesda Hospital in Maryland, and he worked in the neurosurgery area anyway. So this from a kid who couldn't stand needles or blood. Oh, and here he is, a corpsman. So
Okay, it didn't want to click. Bree says you couldn't get me on a plane anymore. And oh, hi Bree, I'm just realizing this is the first I'm seeing you in the chat. But actually, I'm kind of like that now. I don't know if I could get back on a plane.
Mm.
And Andrea says, when we went on a cruise ship the first time, I had every imaginable motion sickness. Medicine did not need a single one. Yeah, they do say like
Oh,
ships
that's
are
good though.
bad.
I've heard people getting sick on the cruise ships, and then I've heard people say, "Yeah, I was prepared, didn't need any of it." So I guess it kind of depends, you know. And
Well,
Connie, yeah, I agree with Granny Square. Thank you for serving our country.
thank y'all. And Debbie says, and that's one of the reasons why I don't fly. I haven't had an opportunity to fly either. Yeah, I was basically forced being in the military.
Ooh,
And Mary saying her aunt was in the Navy too. She was stationed in Scotland. Ooh,
ooh,
nice. Like like the places I would
yeah.
have been curious, like Guam was one place that I would have loved to have been able to go in Hawaii.
Mm.
Okay. So you wanna let's see, I think it's my turn to ask the next question.
Yep.
Okay. Do you think aliens drink coffee? If yes, what
Yes.
coffee do you think they would drink? If no, what do
Death
you
wish.
think? If
Yes, and
no,
death wish.
if no, what do you think they drink in the morning? I think they do drink coffee, and I would go with Starbucks. Frank would probably say community.
No, see, I think that the aliens are working with the U.S. government. They've been here harvesting coffee beans since they came forth on the earth, and they probably showed man how to brew a good one. And then there was a fight over the coffee, and that's why aliens don't come back and see us like they used to. But Death Wish Coffee actually sent their coffee up with the astronauts in the shuttle. Woo woo! So I think it's so that they're trying to reach out to the aliens. Here's some Death Wish coffee and to reconnect with Earth coffee because it's like probably the greatest in the universe. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So if you want to kill an alien because they're your enemy, you just slip them a decaf or tea. Okay, I'm
Poor,
done.
poor aliens.
I know.
Let's see. Denine's here. Hi, Denine. How are you doing today?
Hi, Deneen.
But yeah, like Frank would feed an alien community coffee and beignets. Aliens don't stand a chance.
Granny, we're in the same corner.
Cynthia says, on a cruise, I had one pupil huge and one tiny. Called the doctor and he asked if I had a Dramamine patch on. Said to take it off. Happens all the time. Oh, I never
Wow.
heard of that.
Wow. I've known people to get sick on those Dramamine patches or the pain patch because it's too much in their system or they're kind of reacting to it and they don't think about it and they end up in the emergency room sometimes.
And Andrea saying the patches for behind the ear can make your
Yeah.
eyes dilate and become light sensitive.
Wow.
And I have a lot of trouble with light sensitivity because I think like some of the medication I'm on sometimes triggers it.
Oh,
And
Amanda, not the Mountain Dew, right?
Andrea loves the decaf tea story. Amanda don't want her Mountain Dew taken away.
Ruh-roh.
And Andrea saying that you and her are twins separated by time and space.
That's because of the aliens. They took one of us back in time
Yeah.
just to see if twins would still drink coffee. The answer is yes.
Poor, poor aliens.
I know it.
Speaking of aliens, I should have my alien beanie in my Ravelry store soon. I have one more person that's still testing, and she's almost done. So It'll finally be
Wow.
released soon. And I will be doing a pattern giveaway for it. Make
Oh,
everyone
that's awesome.
have everyone sporting alien beanies.
Yeah, that's awesome. When I seen you post that, I thought, oh my gosh, that is so cute.
And you know what's funny? Like I really didn't think like that many people would like that hat. I just mostly did it because I like aliens, and I didn't expect people to be like, "Oh, I want that hat."
And this is Connie's first live where she's come out of the closet and announced her love and passion for aliens. This is the first time ever.
No, I think aliens come up on almost every one of my lives.
Now, sometimes, Connie, that's just me lurking with my tentacles. I'm sorry. Bree's the alien. There you go.
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense now. You betcha.
I mean, this is all like going over my Mountain Dew. Even my doctor knows not to suggest me to stop drinking it.
Now, when I got all these diagnoses, your primary set you down for the serious conversation. And next week or week after, I'm going to get a butt chewing. Not a serious go. I'm going to get my butt chewed. My A1C is probably up. But they talk about the things you can and can't have. And we discussed herbal remedies. We discussed herbal teas, regular teas. Nobody mentioned coffee. So I thought, don't ask, don't tell. So I kept my coffee. But I'm on a kidney diet. I'm on a diabetic diet, a weight loss diet, and a bowel diet, and a migraine diet. For the love of Pete, don't take my coffee. I will starve to death.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
on a
just shrivel
low
up and starve.
sodium diet,
Yep.
diabetic diet.
No sodium, no sodium. So I had to, which I don't mind the herbs, but then it's like, oh, if you're on this med, you can't have this herb. I'm like, really? I'm gonna go and need a dandelion. Oh, wait, can't have that. Okay. No, I'm doing pretty good. I've lost about 30 pounds. Initially, I lost 100 pounds, and I have kept that off. Now I've lost the second phase of this. I've lost 30. So, yeah, the lack of coffee will cause headaches. I'm a coffee clutcher, so if I have to go into the hospital or something, I have to bring myself down. Um, Drink more water, less coffee, make it weaker. I drink Death Wish, was hyper calf, but I don't brew it full strength. I take my Death Wish and I take a tablespoon of it and put it in with the other coffee in the filter. My taste buds are not starving to death. Believe you me, I can taste the cream-filled chocolate donut stuffs I'm not supposed to have. Or the double stuffed, triple stuffed Oreo cookies I'm not supposed to have. Oh, I can taste every bit of goodness. That's my problem.
Cynthia says that she's addicted to Mountain Dew too. And Mary, the alien beanie is a knit pattern. Yeah, it's knitted.
But yeah, Bree, there's times that I was going to address Bree. There are times my taste buds are starving to death because of my, I've had 2 feet of upper bowel removed. And so I can't really have bacon. I can't have fried chicken. I mean, there's just, and yeah, it's starving for the bacon. I mean, okay. That was my pity party. Thank you for attending. I appreciate that. Okay, go ahead.
Andrea saying, get the aluminum foil out if you're not ready for us. That reminds me of Weird Al Yankovic's song, Foil. And if y'all have not heard that song, y'all have to. Like, he covers almost like all the conspiracy theories.
I think Weird Al is annoying as heck, but man, I cannot shut off that music. I have to watch and especially the video. I got to watch it 2 or 3 times.
And then
he's gifted.
He shows aliens in it too. It's funny. And Amanda's saying
near me.
that with her it's yarn and loom knitting. I have not gotten any knitting done today. I slept a lot today.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't sleep real good last night. Sophie kept getting on my back, and I don't know. And then I kind of wondered, like, I had taken a muscle relaxer for my back, and I would have thought that would have knocked me out. But I also wonder if it may have kind of made me hyper. But then, like,
Ah.
in the morning, I was feeling it. I was just like,
If I have to use the muscle relaxer or a very high potent anti-inflammatory, it'll put me to sleep, but it's a chemical sleep. So when I wake up, I'm more fatigued than when I went to bed. I'm on a CPAP now, and I thought, okay, I got the CPAP, it won't happen. It still does. I feel better with the CPAP, but if I have to take medication, I wake up tired.
well, my doctor just prescribed it for my back, and last night was the first time I took it. So, all the
That
new
first time, yeah.
medication, all the new medication I'm on, and I do not like the metamorphin or whatever you call it. That medicine is harsh.
The what now?
It's like metamorphin. It's a diabetic medicine. I'm probably saying it wrong.
Metformin.
Yeah, that stuff is harsh.
And when you and like what let me go back up here. Just a second. Bree's little yarn corner. She had the colon resection too. And that's what happens when they take over 2 feet of colon or upper bowel and then they have to resection. It's harsh. And there's side effects to that. One extreme to the other, and you don't have control over that. And then you go on the metformin. Oh my gosh. There's days that I can't really be in the rest of the house. I definitely can't go upstairs. You got to be close to a bathroom. I hate metformin, but you got to do what you got to do. I don't want to be on insulin, so.
And let's see, Teensy's here. Hi, Teensy. How are you doing today?
Oh, Granny Square says Connie has had 2 lives this week that Weird Al needs to give her props for keeping him in the front of people's minds. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm going to quote Mary here because I'm in 100% agreement with Mary. My favorite Weird Al song was one Crystal was talking about the other day, Amish Paradise. I like the Coolio song, Gangsta's Paradise, too. I love it. I agree with you, Mary. I agree with you.
I'm getting Andrea's channel link real quick.
Okay.
Bria saying her blood is half Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Cynthia, I agree 100% with you. Since they put me on that, and then this last time I had severe pain. My son helped me down the steps, got me into a car, got me into the emergency room. He's waiting on me hand and foot, and the nursing staff's like, "Wow, is he your caretaker?" I said, "No, he's my son. He's used to the routine." I went to Mercy Medical, and they were taken over by Cleveland Clinic. So I thought, okay, I can stay in Canton. The surgeon came in and said, "You're too complicated for me. I'm going to send you off to Cleveland." So I ended up there anyway. And I thought I was heading for surgery. And they came in, and he had the team around him. And the nurse is standing there with a pain shot. And he put a knee on the bed, and then he started pushing in the hernias. I had 8 of them he pushed back in. I was purple. I looked like Rainbow Bright. And I'm grabbing bed rails, and I'm trying, they got the air on me, but, the pain. And then he stepped back, and she pushed past him and said, I hadn't given her the pain shot. So then she went and got a second one. They gave me a double dose. But, oh, my God. I cannot have the mesh put in because my body reacted to the mesh. And I ended up with 10 months of sheer Hades. The mesh became infected, and I was too ill for surgery. So they were throwing all these antibiotics at me. And I had, it's a fistula. It's basically a hole in your abdomen that goes to your bowel. And they tried to put an ostomy bag on it. It wouldn't stick. So that's how I lost. When I went into surgery, I was scared I was going to wake up with an ostomy bag permanently. I woke up and, I kept feeling, and they said, no, no bag, no bag, no bag. But when I really came out of it, they said, you lost over 2 feet of bowel. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. But I haven't had problems with that, um, at that level. I was in Wisconsin. I'm going to tell you another story. This is a funny one. I was in Wisconsin and I'd visited my family and everything was good, great, and wonderful. And I rode the train out there and I rode the train back. I got in at Toma, Wisconsin and waved goodbye to my family, and the train tracks go by like the road and stuff. So I was able to be at the train and wave out the window while they were sitting in the truck. And we get down, Mauston, the Dells, and I started not feeling so good. And by the time we got to Milwaukee, I'm in pain. I'm in severe pain. I am having a hard time catching my breath. And I called the conductor. I said, I can't do this trip. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Where are we at? I'm not, at that point, I'm not sure where the train had stopped. And the conductor comes up and then the call goes out. Do we have any doctors on board? And there were 2 doctors on board that came through the compartments. And I was telling the one my medical history. I said, this time I think it's my gallbladder, just by the location of it. And the pain radiated. Well, she did the exam and her eyes got wide. She goes, oh, sweetheart, bless your heart. But no, you do not have a gallbladder attack. And she put her grabbed my hands and said, from here to here, which is a section like this, it's about a 1-foot section. She goes, honey, that's all hernia. And she hollered at the conductor, get an ambulance, stat, go, go, go. She's not going any further. If she could not tell if the bowel had twisted or not, which if you twist, you've got less than 72 hours to live. Okay, so the clock is running. So I'm on this train waiting for the ambulance, everybody else, and just trying to breathe. I'm feeling really sick. And I get my phone out and I'm calling my son. And the lady's like, you're making a call? I said, I got to call my son. He's the one closest to this area to meet me over at the hospital. She, okay. And it went to voicemail. And I said, son, I'm on the train somewhere near Milwaukee. There's a fire truck and policemen and firemen and paramedics. And it's been determined I'm a pain on a train and I'm being evacuated. You might want to call your mommy right away, okay? And everyone in the car was laughing. They were just laughing. So now, I don't know if you've ever been on a train, but they got this narrow stairwell where you can barely get your hips through, and then a 90-degree corner to go down. So they bring this like chair made out of pipes, okay? And I'm like, what's this? And the one tall paramedic's looking at me and he's going, walk, walk. Because he seen me with the bag. I was sick. And then he hollered out, honey, they're going to put you in the chair, strap you down, and they're going to lift you in the air, and they're going to turn you upside down and take you down. I grabbed that front bar, and I'm pulling myself up. I don't care how bad this hurts. No, I don't like carnival rides. Not happening. So I get down the steps. I get into that thing, and they strap you in like the electric chair. Ankles, calves, thighs, the belly, which, and then they strap your arms to the inside and your chest, and they strap your head. Okay, and I'm like, you're going to kill me. You're going to kill me. You're going to kill me. I don't care. Just go ahead. I'm in so much pain. And they're laughing. So they get across the drive, and the one guy said, okay, do we have to stop and rest before we go through the, it's kind of like a ditch, a very low ditch, and then to the other parking lot. And these men said, no, she's light enough. We don't need to rest. I've never heard that in my life. So at that point, I had my happy moment. I thought, if I die now, it's okay. So we get in the ambulance, and I call my son again because I have no idea where I'm going. I don't know where, somewhere near Milwaukee. And the ambulance guy's like, really? You're on the phone? I said, I don't have text. I have to call him. And he answered the phone. He goes, Mom, I just got off work. I seen you called, but I haven't listened to the message yet. I said, I'm in the back of an ambulance. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going. Hold on. I handed the phone to the paramedic. He goes, what do you want me to do? I said, tell him where you're taking me. It'd be nice. So they talked, and then it turned out my son was only 15 minutes away. So I got to the hospital. I get in the emergency room, and the nurse was in the hallway and she goes, "We need to find that train patient right away." So I hollered out, "I'm the pain on the train, right here, right here." So they rushed in because they got the report from the doctor, from the train. And they started doing all their stuff. Well, not that nursing staff gossips, okay? But everyone who came in at that point was looking for the pain on the train, okay? So I get upstairs. I'm an admit. I get upstairs, and as I'm coming up, it's like, "Oh, hello, I'm so and so. You're pain on the train." I said, "Yes, I am." I was kind of a mini celebrity. So they get me into surgery. They were supposed to do it the next afternoon, but my condition deteriorated. So by 7:30 in the morning, they're prepping me from surgery. And I told my son, "Don't come because you're just going to sit there. Go ahead and go to work. After work, come." I was in surgery for 10 hours. So that was pretty scary. But the surgical staff was telling me that, well, when I got in there, I joked around with the surgical staff. And I told them, because they said, "How come you're known as the pain on the train?" So I told them the story, and they're all laughing and giggling. And then I get put under. Okay. Well, when I come out of it, normally it's just the anesthesiologist that'll come check on you, but quite a few surgical staff were coming to check on me. And they were sat around there giggling and laughing, and they had to tell me the story. The doctor gets in there, the surgeon, and I got lucky. It was laparoscopic surgery. But he was putting in the cameras and stuff, and the first thing he said, "Oh my God, this woman's a train wreck." He had no idea the backstory. So she said the whole surgical team started laughing hysterically and had to tell him the story. And so I became the first one to get the joke on the surgeon, But I've had some stories, some interesting times, some interesting challenges, but sometimes all you can do is just lay there, and whether it be an insane laugh or just whatever, you just laugh with it, But I did get 6 extra weeks with my family I didn't know I'd have. And I was not allowed to go back on train, so I had to be driven back. But I healed up from that. So
That's good. Let's see. We have some new people that joined in. Hi, Amy. Hi, Diana. Hi, Kaylina, Miguel. And I love to crochet. How are all of y'all doing today? So you want to go ahead?
Hey, Daigo, you didn't come to my house and do household chores. And really, Miguel, yeah, the chores never end because you're not here doing them either. Oh, hey, Lisa.
Let's see, Lisa's here.
Just another stitch?
No, just another stitch is me.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Oh, no, I was thinking of the other. Never mind. I told you I was terrible with names. Yeah, I'm thinking of someone else.
Okay, you want to go ahead and ask the last question, and then we'll wrap things up.
Okay, what do you look forward to in the fall? Ooh, fall is my favorite time of year. I love the changing colors because it's so bright and vibrant. The cooler temperatures because you're not, in this humid, hot sweat box, and just harvest time, being on the farm, harvest time, the canning, the freezing, the kitchen smelled so good, and the soups and the stews and the homemade breads. I just love the fall. I love the fall.
To me, I would go with it's pumpkin spice season. So I am so ready for pumpkin spice.
Oh no. Oh, you're on the same team as my son. I love pumpkin pie. Don't get me wrong. I love pumpkin pie. Love it. But I don't like pumpkin spice coffee.
Oh, I'm ready for the pumpkin spice coffee. And
you might as well drink decaf and end it as your alien being leaves your body. No. It's like a colon cleanse for aliens, No.
That and, of course, the cooler temperatures because it is just too hot and miserable. I'm ready for I'm ready for some cool weather. And
It's
well,
so nice because you can go out in the daytime here, a t-shirt, but nighttime, all you need is a little sweater or a little throw, boom, Yeah.
and this isn't so much in my area, but I love seeing like the fall for the different color leaves. I think that's so beautiful. But yeah, the foliage. I can't say it right. Foliage.
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 Foliage. I got that one. Don't ask me to pronounce the Cinna or the Aluma.
But
Tinfoil or that special spice. No.
but it's
Oh,
just like you don't really see all the different color leaves down here in Louisiana like that. But I do think it's
that's right.
beautiful.
In Wisconsin, because we have the bluffs, those are special rock formations, and just oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And along the bike trail, all these different trees, all the different color leaves, it just takes your breath away. It's as though the color is reaching out and touching you and just calming you and relaxing you and making you feel this tranquil moment. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible. It's incredible.
But yeah,
I'm sorry you live in Louisiana in the fall. Oh, but I'm sure
yeah.
there's things in Louisiana in the fall that are pretty cool and awesome that the rest of the nation doesn't get to see.
Um, I don't know as far as like the scenery per se, but
Okay.
I mean, like Louisiana has its own unique scenery, but
Hmm.
you can pretty much see that year round.
Oh, okay. I've never been to Louisiana, so I don't know.
And Cynthia says cooling temps and changing colors. Kelly loves the fall. Yes, I am so ready.
Oh yeah.
So ready.
I
And
like
Miguel,
soups and stews. I just love it.
gumbo time.
Yeah.
And Miguel says it's still hot here in Texas in the fall. Yeah, like in Louisiana, it's usually around Halloween when we get our first true cold spell. So it's going to take a while for us to start getting the cooler weather. But I'm ready. It's just too hot. And
For
then
my
like
own utopia. Yep. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yesterday, I think the power tried to go out off twice. I mean, it came back on after like a minute, but you could tell like everyone's running their ACs, causing the electricity to have trouble keeping up.
Yeah. Wow. My own utopia said she's from Boone, North Carolina. Um, when you explained all the things that made you love fall, all those things happened there. I miss Boone in the trees. North Carolina is beautiful for fall foliage. You get in those parts. Oh man. And Miguel says I'm originally from Massachusetts and the fall there is beautiful. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Someone's saying bye. Oh, bye, Tank. Bye,
Bye,
Tank.
Tank. Have a good day or good evening. Tracy says, I just moved from Florida to Missouri, so I'll get to see the fall colors for the first time in 31 years. I'm so excited. Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see. Bree is saying hay rides and bonfires.
Yeah.
And Jody's got to go. Bye, Jody. I hope you have a good night. Yeah, we're fixing to wrap up.
Yeah,
And
Granny
Andrea,
Square, Michigan is nice in the fall, too.
so and Miguel says he's originally from Fitch, Leon.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, moved here to Texas in 2011.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So, do you have
Real
any?
quick, what was your last question? What was your last question? We can do that real quick.
The last question was, what do you look forward to in fall?
No, don't you have a last question?
No, I had asked my last question already.
Oh, you did? Okay. I thought there was one
alien
more.
one.
Okay.
I think so. Did I miss a question?
I only thought you had two. 'Cause you
I
had me
did
go
miss
first.
a question.
It's okay. I'm not on decaf. She's trying to trick you into thinking I'm on decaf. It's
I did
regular.
miss. I had skipped a question earlier. Okay, the last question, which is now going to actually be the last question. What
Okay.
is a recent dumb moment you had? Well, I went to the doctor Friday, and like they they weren't seeing patients inside, so you had to call when you got there. So I'm calling, and it keeps coming up with the like the voicemail thing. And I'm like, why aren't they answering their phones? Why aren't they answering their phones? Then all of a sudden I'm like, hold on a minute, that's how it's supposed to be because you got to hit the button to talk to somebody. I was like, oh.
Oh.
And there was something else I had for another dumb moment that I had recently that because I had prepared these questions like kind of more in advance. I had them prepared for my last live, and I can't remember what it was that I did now. But I know that. But I did have something else. So what about you, Julie?
Actually, it was this morning. I have 2 coffee pots, okay? And I got a little one in the kitchen, and that brews fast. So I got that one going, and then I go out onto the porch, and I get the other one brewing. So I go into the kitchen, I pour my coffee, I put my milk in, I take about 3 sips, I set it down, and I go start the laundry, okay? And so I started the washer. I go out onto the porch with my mug and my milk, and I filled some coffee, sat down, had about 4 sips, came in, went to the bathroom. That's where we have the washer and dryer. Was folding clothes. I came back out, poured a cup of coffee, and shut off my little maker. Put it by the computer in the dining room table. Now I've got a mug in 3 rooms. So then I'm doing the live thing with Petra, I think, and I get distracted. So I go to the kitchen, I get a 4th coffee mug, put some milk in it, go to the porch, pour my coffee, sit down, and realize I've poured 4 cups of coffee and I've had maybe 3 sips. And you wonder why I'm all jacked up by noon, right? I set them down. I boom. It's like, so, yeah. Those are my dumb moments. I was like, duh, I've already poured a cup. But this is why I got different mugs. And they tell me, oh, Julie, you don't need that many mugs. You'll never use them all. Sweetheart, you don't know me, okay? It's like crochet hook, car keys, coffee mug. There is a collection.
Let's see. Miguel was wanting to know if you call it fall or autumn. I've heard it referred to as both. So
I say fall. I say fall.
I tend to say fall more than autumn. I don't know. It's probably one of those things based on where you live, what you call it. Kind of like the what do you call it video thing.
Now, like I said, I'm 57. When I was in school, elementary, it was always referred to as autumn. So we had the boards, and you'd bring in leaves and put stuff on there, the fall decorations. But the board always said autumn, so that's how we kind of referred to it till we got home, and everybody said fall. So
Miguel saying you would have been better off to drink from the coffee pot.
I seen that meme on Facebook, and I'm going to try it. You have the coffee pot and a big straw, and you put it in that hole in the middle. That's what it's there for. That's what I need to do. Do you know what the weirdest thing that kind of tripped some people out I ever did? I had went over to my dad's when he was milking cows, and I was about 18, 19 yet. I think he was still milking, and I was supposed to come over and help him milk. Okay, so I made 2 big things of coffee. My dad doesn't drink coffee, but I needed it for 5:30 in the morning. And I get over there, and I realized I had black coffee. I'm like, I can't milk cows. My coffee's black. And so Dad said, well, take the lid off. So I took the lid off and he goes, how many squirts? And I said, oh, about 3. So, and put it back on. So yeah, I have drank coffee with creamer straight from the cow.
And let's see, Andrea's saying duct tape one to your hand. And she's also saying that she calls fall the soon-to-be end of hurricane season. Yep, I'm not.
Yeah, that'd be a Florida thing.
I do not like hurricane season. So, Julie, you want to go ahead? You have anything you want to say before we finish up?
Well, I want to thank everybody for the love and support of Connie's channel and being here to hopefully learn something new. What would that be? Oh, yeah. If you want to kill the alien, slip them a decaf. Okay. What else did we learn? Yeah, that was it. That's the important lesson. No, I want to thank everybody for coming. I see a lot of familiar names. Appreciate the love and support. And thank you for being here for Connie and supporting her channel. And don't forget, I'm going to do 2 announcements, Connie. Okay, I'm the guest. I have to go first. So Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Eastern time, I do my lives. Okay. Now, Connie, give her applause. She has reached her 700 milestone. Yay, Connie! And so there is a video on your channel they need to be watching. Hint, hint, right? Yes?
Yep. My 700 subscriber giveaway. So make sure y'all check that out. And I want to thank you for coming live with me today, Julie. And I want to thank everyone for watching. And for those watching on replay, I want to thank you for watching. And let me know in the comments if you're watching on replay. And feel free to answer any of the questions asked today. So I hope everyone is having a fabulous yawny day. Be the light and bye.
Wait, Connie. One more thing. Biscuit! Woo! Hi, it's me. I'm on TV. Biscuit fangirling. Woo! Way to go, Biscuit!
He's laughing.
I have to. Yeah, there's my Biscuit. Woo! I'm just the butter to a biscuit. Connie's your gravy. Yeah, I know my place.
All right,
love you, Connie. Thank you for having me, Connie. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.